Welcome everyone to our presentation about our thesis report on about NFTs. And my name is Jakub, and I will introduce the speakers and the topic that we have at hand. So we structured it with Rita starting to talking about which she will talk about the overview and of principles of blockchain with subtopics of the blockchain technology, evolution of blockchains, and the actual non-fungible tokens. Then Kirina will talk about the technology of NFTs, where she will talk about their relationship with blockchain, how is minting and ownership, standards and the protocols in NFTs, and what is the transformative impact of NFTs. Then Umima will talk about the market analysis, which will include the market overview and the market segments. And then I will close it off with case study, conclusion, and some recommendations. So let's start with the introduction. So as we've seen in recent years, a new phenomenon called non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, has emerged in the digital realm, where these are digital assets which are underpinned with the blockchain technology, and they have changed the whole way we perceive ownership and value exchange in this digital realm. They are unique digital assets that are on the blockchain, and they have went to different sorts of markets such as art, music, virtual real estate, or also collectibles. So the purpose of the study is to understand and dive deep into the NFT ecosystem with thorough research, which we've done. And now we're going to explain the technological details that we have and explore how the market works and how the market dynamics work. So we want to explain and understand to you how the creation of the NFTs is done, how they are created, how do we transfer NFTs, and how do we just exchange the value, and how does the valuation of the NFTs works. So the research question we have today is what are non-fungible tokens and what is their role in the blockchain ecosystem? So this question will help us focus our research and understand this integration within the blockchain technology. And by understanding this whole topic, we want to answer this question, which we will. And the approach we took was we started with a detailed analysis of the NFT's fundamental nature, and we explored their evolving role in the blockchain and how the market works and the technology as well. So now I will pass the word to Rita.
Awesome. Okay, so hi, I'm Rita, and first, to understand how NFTs work and what they are, we have to understand the underlying technology, and the technology is called blockchain technology. So blockchain are basically decentralized distributed digital ledger, which keeps a track of record of data, transactions, etc. And this blockchain is open to everyone. Anyone who wants to participate can join, can be a node holder, validator, can secure the blockchain, validate the blockchain, etc. Since everyone can join, the power is decentralized and distributed. There's no single source of failure, single source of governance. Everyone who participate in the network is in charge of the security, of data immutability, of the blockchain itself. And basically all of the node holders, all of the network users have agreed on set of rules called as consensus mechanism. And the most popular are proof of work or proof of stake, where basically all of the users have agreed on these rules and they align with these rules to validate and create new blocks and secure the network. And as you can see in the picture, blockchain basically consists of blocks, and each block has the data, for example, transactions of all users, network users, hash, which is a fingerprint of the block. Hash is basically derived from the data that is put in the block, and also consists of hash of the previous block. So it's linked together by cryptography and the hash. Since the hash is derived from the data, it is really hard to tamper with the data that is put in the blockchain, because it is really easy to see that the data has changed, because automatically the hash will change, and when the hash will change, the hash of the next block will change, etc. So That is like the main concept of security in the blockchains. First, this technology was described and announced in 1981 by a group of researchers, which were basically aiming to timestamp digital documents to like ensure they are not tampered with. But this attempt was unsuccessful. However, after like less than 2 decades, Satoshi Nakamoto again used this technology to announce digital currency called Bitcoin. Yeah, so the Bitcoin in 2009 was launched by Satoshi Nakamoto. It was first announced as a digital currency, like a medium of exchange, digital asset. And the main purpose of Bitcoin was to transfer value. So basically, you have Alice, Bob, and the amount of money they want to transfer, and that is the information which is put in the Bitcoin blockchain. However, in 2015, Ethereum launched Ethereum blockchain, which was like the second generation of blockchain because it facilitated smart contracts. And basically, smart contracts are like the conventional contracts, but they are written in code. So you can write in code like anything. And yeah, currently we use smart contracts to facilitate decentralized finance and a lot of applications, DAOs, so huge community in Ethereum. And one of the like branches were non-fungible tokens and that's why we are like today discussing non-fungible tokens. So non-fungible tokens are basically digital tokens. They are each unique, not like, for example, Bitcoin, which is like one Bitcoin and another Bitcoin are the same in value and in design. NFTs are completely unique. Each token represents the ownership of specific item, for example, like piece of art, in-game assets, skins, even films or music, and many others. For example, digital identification and a lot more. And basically, non-fungible tokens are facilitated by the smart contracts. They are written upon smart contracts and primarily on Ethereum blockchain, but also, for example, on Polygon and other blockchains that uses these smart contract systems. Yes, and this community have grown a lot, and now my colleague Karina will explain more about the technology beneath it.
NFTs and the relationship with blockchain. As Rita already stated, blockchain serves as the foundational technology behind the creation, authentication, and transactional integrity of NFTs. So how does the NFTs come together? Well, it starts with tokenization, which is like turning the digital items into special tokens, sort of like giving them a digital signature. These tokens are then kept on the blockchain, and since the blockchain records who or what owns what, it makes it secure and transparent. What makes NFT really special is their unique value proposition, meaning that each one is one of a kind. And because the blockchain keeps the permanent record, you can really trust that your digital item is real and authentic. The entire process is facilitated then by the blockchain technology, and the smart contracts automate the NFT transactions, enabling a secure and smooth buying, selling, or trading without intermediaries due to the decentralization, which opens up a world of possibilities. Opportunities. Well, blockchain enables NFTs to offer tokenization of their work, gamers to get ownership of their unique in-game items, and collectors to get the ability to create digital galleries. Beyond the technology, the bond between NFTs and blockchain signifies, sorry, the empowerment, creativity, and the boundless possibilities of the digital era. Next, I'm going to cover the minting and ownership. The minting process. So, The NFTs are born digitally when artists use cryptocurrency wallets to access NFT markets. They add unique value to their creation and securely record on this creation on a blockchain. And then they will have to um, then they will have to add each their own value to it and create their own special NFT. In the image on your right, you can see the full steps from 1 to 6. If you follow these properly, then you will also be able to mine your own special NFT. Ownership and acquisition. So collectors get NFTs in various ways. You can get it by investing in collections, participating in drops and auctions, investing in the NFT markets and platforms, or investing in NFTs, staking and yield farming. Next to this, there's a lot of investment opportunities. Owning NFTs can be a smart investment, just like traditional assets, with the potential of growth and passive income. Early investors already have seen big gains, and we expect a lot of more growth within this digital era. Next, I will cover the topic of standards and protocols in the NFTs. So what are the standards and protocols and why is it important? So the standards and protocols are crucial for the NFT ecosystem, acting as a rule book that ensures seamless operation across these platforms. So some of the most important standards and protocols for the NFTs are the following. You have first the ERC20. This was initially made for only fungible tokens, but has now expanded and included NFTs as well. It enables trading and decentralized exchanges, and also it enables the ability to work and use decentralized finance platforms. The ERC 721 focused on unique tokens, providing each with its own identity and ownership, which adds the value of rarity to each digital art itself. Next, you have the ERC 1155, which combines the fungible and the non-fungible tokens in one contract, which offers flexibility for various use of cases like gaming items or asset-backed tokens. As the world is emerging, everything is emerging, and also the standards and protocols in NFTs. It's important to adapt to these emerging standards and also to keep track of them. Because this will address new possibilities, but also new challenges. In conclusion, these standards and protocols are the backbone of the NFT world, ensuring a smooth operation and widespread participation in this exciting growth. Next, I will talk more of the transformative impacts of NFTs. So NFTs are reshaping our perception and transforming industries. So some of these transformations happen in the following markets or industries. First, we're going to start with the art market. Whenever we see the transformative impact on the NFT market, we can imagine where artists sell their own digital creations without needing the need of a middleman, but they selling it to the direct fans. So it's a direct transaction happening, which is allowed by the blockchain technology. So that's the power of the NFTs in the art market. They change the way of sales and ensure each piece to be unique. People, an individual, managed to sell her art for 69 million, which highlights the impact of the NFTs. The gaming industry. Now we picture the owning in-game assets and trading them like physical items. NFTs made this possible and transformed the entire gaming economy. Next, we have identity and ownership. So in the digital world, the NFTs secure identities and credentials, preventing fraud, meaning also then that the NFTs did not only change the whole art and gaming industry, but also change the way we view and deal with identity management across industries. So this was my part. Now I'm going to pass the word to Omaima.
So now that we understand what the technology and history is behind NFTs, we're gonna zoom in the market overview. NFT has become quite popular lately. They used to be a niche, with in 2021 reaching 17 billion in trading, and now in 2024 it's worth around 70 billion dollars, and they are and some experts are saying that it may reach in 2025 around 80 billions. So as you can see, there are some big players that I put in the presentation, like OpenSea. OpenSea is like the Amazon of NFTs, and after that you have a new player with 0 transaction fees, the Blur, and they all have like the same purpose but different industries. You could find NFTs this in big companies such as Adidas, Nike, also Gucci, Louis Vuitton, but also in technology like Samsung, and in cars like Lamborghini, and even at food industries, Burger King. So it's a big market, and now it's starting to get more acknowledging in example the K-pop industry. The K-pop industry is getting bigger by the day, and they are now making even maybe your favorite stars, and also maybe beauty brands. The beauty brands also are getting more active in the NFT world. And in the report, I also talked about one of the biggest important tools and platforms for NFTs. These were such as MetaMask, Luxrare, X2, Y2. These are the most used. And there is one biggest player that was Bored Ape Yacht Club. They sold some expensive NFTs. They scored like the records of the worth, and in the case study we will explain more about that. Then we have the market segments. Now, the market segments is like you can have it like collectibles, like digital trading cards. They are still popular, just like in the old days you had like the Pokemon cards, and passing by years it became worth so much more than what you bought. You get some crazy numbers for a Pokemon card, but now the NFTs helps it to increase the value faster, and you don't have to wait for years. For games, NFTs are used to make it more fun and make it like more real, like you own something and you're like it's really yours, but done in the game. And people are buying digital art pieces, like just the same as the Pokemon cards. Art was back in the days always only high in the value when the artist has died, but now with NFTs the value of an art goes up higher and faster. In virtual world you can buy some things online, such as land, like you do in real world, to make virtual world more real. You could buy like a house, a land, and that would be yours, so ownership. And you have also ultimately driven. Some NFTs give you a special access to some things in the real world. So you buy something that's virtual, but you still have a little bit ownership in this world. Why people love NFTs? It's more because it's the ownership, and it's easier to access, and you have it on your phone. So just like the land, you have something that the value goes up higher, and it doesn't contain so much work. And the second one is they help artists make more money directly, since the art pieces don't go through a third person, but now can go faster to the buyer and seller. And people like the idea of NFTs becoming super valuable quicker. There are, even though it goes fast, the value goes higher, faster, quicker, same, but challenges and limitations are also coming look for in NFTs, like high fees for buying and selling, also environment concerns because of all the energy NFTs uses. Like in the Mokko Museum in Amsterdam, you have a lot of NFTs art pieces, but it uses a lot of energy. And it can have some problem with copyright issues when people use other works without permission. That's like the Mona Lisa is being they're using Mona Lisa in NFTs, and that may have some issues. So the future looks exciting because they think more people will own digital stuff because it's easier, and it will become more active in video games and virtual reality. They are still figuring an easier way out for NFTs so that everyone can have access to it and can easier and have it better. So the next is the case study to explain this more.
Thank you. So in this part of the presentation, we will look into the spotlight of some NFT projects. We chose CryptoPunks and the Bored Ape Yacht Club as one of the most famous ones, and we want to look into them, explain them a bit, and yeah. So first on the list is the Bored Ape Yacht Club, or BAYC, and it is one of the most famous NFT projects we have in our world because it merges the digital art of these NFTs with the community engagement. And this collection is of it's hand-drawn cartoon apes, and these pictures have captivated the attention of the whole world, basically, of the whole internet, even the mainstream people who do not know what NFTs are. They have done this with the concept of this very innovative concept where they actively included and involved the community in these NFT projects, and they did very strategic partnerships with celebrities and influencers, and they made for the community the owners have like perks where they could attend like real world events. This made this project extremely valuable and extremely popular and made the prices go skyrocket. So the second project we want to talk about is the CryptoPunks, which is a very iconic NFT project. It is one of the first NFT projects, and it revolutionized the area of NFTs. It is made out of 10,000 pixel art generated punks who have different attributes such as the hats, the glasses, you see the pipe, and each of these attributes either adds value, adds rarity, or also depends on the price of the CryptoPunk. These also caught very big mainstream attention because they were super attainable in the beginning, and now they go for incredible prices on the market. And it's basically attributed to their historical value because they were one of the first. They were the ones they popularized the most and made it accessible, the NFTs accessible to the wide public. So, but how the key factors of why these projects succeeded was their innovative concepts. They introduced new ideas, new concepts, and that stayed and stick with the audiences and separated them from traditional art forms. Then there was the community engagement, like I mentioned, with the Bored Ape Yacht Club. The owners of the NFTs had actual real-world access to events and had membership perks. Then there was, as I mentioned, the strategic partnerships with influencers, celebrities that drove the marketing higher and also the price higher. And also one of the most important things was the technological infrastructure. They were built on a very solid technological infrastructure that helped them be secure and enabled them seamless transition and trading as well. And lastly, the cultural impact these NFTs have. These NFTs have huge cultural impact. Even if you don't know what NFT is, I guarantee if you've been on the internet, you've probably seen one of these pictures. And that's how you know these projects are very valuable and they resonated with the audiences. So basically, that's it for the case study. And in conclusion, I would like to let's reflect on the revolutionary impact of the blockchain, where blockchain is not just a buzzword, it's a shift operating on principles of decentralization, consensus, and cryptography. And blockchain provides it provides a secure ledger for transactions. Sorry. So the blockchain is paved the way. The evolution of blockchain from Bitcoin to Ethereum, it revolutionized the way of how we think about it and introduced the smart contracts, and the smart contracts introduced NFTs, non-fungible tokens, which made the smart contracts and Ethereum made it possible because smart programs facilitate the programmable data on them, which the NFTs are built upon. So the creation process of the NFTs was with the minting process of the NFT, which gives us the digital fingerprint, the permanent digital fingerprint. And this empowered the creators and the owners and gave the owners the full ownership of this one digital asset. And basically created a true ownership of digital asset. The NFTs revolutionized many markets such as art, gaming, the verification industry, such as we can have digital IDs that are based on NFTs, so we know they're legit. That prevents fraud, and they provide transparency and also authenticity to these assets. In 2024, the market saw a rise in value compared to 2023, and we see growing popularity with NFTs. But the experts predict even bigger rise in the next following years. And for the future opportunities and challenges, the opportunities are endless, but there are some major challenges we need to address, which is mainly regulation, sustainability, and inclusivity, which ties me nicely to our recommendations, where we want to advocate for regulation, where we need to advocate for these regulatory frameworks that balance the consumer protection with the innovation and environmental sustainability. And we need to engage with these policymakers who can shape these policies and create growth of the NFT projects responsibly. Secondly, we want to promote environmental sustainability, where we want to encourage the adoption of eco-friendly blockchain protocols. As we know, blockchain, especially proof of work, is very energy demanding. So we want to maybe switch to proof of stake or something even newer. And that would be more eco-friendly, sustainable, and therefore making it more long-term viable. And lastly, we want to invest in R&D, or research and development, where to allocate the right resources to the right areas of research and development would address the challenges such as high gas fees, the environmental concerns, and also the copyright issues, as mentioned by my colleagues, with the NFTs. We need to address these challenges to make NFTs, again, viable long-term wise, to make them inclusive, make the NFT ecosystem accessible to everyone, and promote the further growth and implementation in all segments of our life. So that's it from us today. I just wanted to say thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you.